Welcome back to the world of Minecraft. This is now the third update of our the village's current construction boom, and one of the projects, one of the 4 projects, is actually finished. It's complete. So we're going to take a look and see what kind of progress has been made. The other 3 are coming along, and they should be completed within a couple of days, looks like. So let's take a look and see what we got. We are going to go check out the fisherman's house. And that is the one that's all done. And I'm told that he's moved in and he's commenced operations. So we'll go check it out. We might clean this up a little bit and kind of redo this path. And there it is. We'll just check out the outside. The outside, I believe, was pretty much complete in the last update. So like I said, he's got all his stuff here ready to go. Storage. I might redo this. I might make it one lower. Get rid of this. So here is his diggings. This was all pretty much done. We've seen this. We've seen all this stuff. Let's check out the inside. He's got all his gear on the wall. He's got fish ready to be sliced up. Pictures of fish. Little kitchen here. Double sink for cleaning stuff. Storage. More storage. Can hang. He's got some cooking utensils up there. Can hang his foul weather gear here. Very nice. And then this leads out into the side entrance or side exit, whichever way you're going. Pretty cool. Got doors with windows, which is always kind of nice. Let's check out upstairs. Oh, very nice. He's got one. Oh, he didn't make his bed. He didn't make his bed. Oh, it's ridiculous. He's got his little shield up there. Wow. His stash. Kind of keeps his stash right there. Very good. Oh yeah, you got a little plant. He could have had a little loft up here or something. Maybe that's in the future plans. Not sure. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Nice view. You can see the lighthouse. Well, I like it. It's very cool, very cool. He should provide the village with plenty of seafood. And he's got his his crafts ready to rock and roll. Very good. Very good. Well, let's check out the progress on the other projects, and I have a sneak peek of an upcoming project, an upcoming build. So we'll check that out at the end of this, and we'll see. It's in the very, very beginning stages, so it's and actually what I have planned has just been redone by committee in the last 10 minutes. So it's so even what I have done it will be dismantled and redone, but that's okay, because that's what's cool about the world. There's Kitty. Hey, chicken. There's always a chicken. I don't know if anybody else has come to this realization, but when you're building something in Minecraft, say you're building a very big project, big building, like big castle or something like that, there is always one chicken that is like almost like a job site supervisor. He's walking around, he's looking at everything, checking stuff out, and it's usually just one chicken. You know, you could be in the most remote place building this fortress, and you'll look down and there's a chicken walking around looking at everything, you know, inspecting. But anyways, that's a different subject. So here we go. Here's the two shops. Let's check out the smaller of the two first. I can't remember where we left off in the last update, how far they've gotten, but I know they didn't put the roof on yet. So the roof is now complete. And all the windows are in. And the doorway is now there. And let's see what we got here. And the staircase is done. Very nice. So now we can go up here. We have a nice little deck. Very private deck. And we're ready for the second floor to be installed. Wow. This was a very complicated roof. Even though I attempted to make it very simple by just having one type of product used, meaning the oak. You know, most buildings in this village have a kind of a two-tone, you know, where one like a oak and then brick in the middle and that kind of thing. But because these are stimulus, you know, construction projects, I wanted to kind of keep the cost down. So we went with just a straight oak roof with none of the trimmings, none of the extra stuff that could jack up the cost of construction. So, but the roof itself, because of all these peaks, and then we had to combine the two buildings where they meet right here, the roof ended up to be a little bit more complicated than I anticipated. So unfortunately it delayed our progress on these two buildings, unfortunately. But that's okay, because we got quite a bit done. And then this building here, we've seen this. The floor and the ceiling were done in this level in the previous update. We have the nice staircase. Look at that. Look at that nice staircase going up to the living quarters with a nice railing. so you don't fall. And then we have this. This is massive. This living area is massive. 3 families could live in this. Now this is definitely ripe for a kind of a loft situation. Because these are some very high ceilings. Those are 20-foot ceilings. It's crazy. Yeah, this could be some wealthy people that own this shop. What could it be? What kind of shop could it be? Could be a pawn shop. They make good money. Because this is pretty fancy. I mean, it's a pretty big shop. I've come to the conclusion that the smaller of the two is going to have something to do with food. Because what I envision is an alfresco situation right here. A couple tables so you can sit and watch the village, watch the world go by, kind of thing. You're a peasant, you get the day off. You're one day off a year, and you can come to the what do you think? Coffee shop? No. Fudge shop? Candy store? It's not going to be a bar, because that would compete with the new inn, which is still under construction over there, the interior. Because the new inn, they have a liquor license from the village, and they're going to be a tavern. So, and it was we had to fight to get them to build here in this village. They were going to build in the village over there, but tax incentives and things like that, and so we don't want a competitor to be 200 feet away. So it's going to be some kind of a food thing, and then next door will be more of like a product thing. But this is good size. I mean, this is good size. And if I'm not mistaken, these have basements as well, that eventually could be used for maybe storage for products, that the store, like a back room kind of thing. And all of this could be showroom. Maybe it could be a cart, like a donkey cart dealership. Now, this is no parking, because you'd want a line. You'd want a line of used donkey carts. So, no, it's going to be something else. Not sure. Not sure. This could be a donut shop. They have donuts. They might something like it, probably. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress, and that's why these stairs are full length. I went full length of the stairs because, you know, you see your buddy over there sitting at one of the tables, and you can just pop right up and have a chat, have a sip of some gruel or whatever he's drinking, tea, mead. They drank mead back then. They had, was it butterbeer? They had ginger beer. But they had something like butterbeer, if I remember correctly, something like that. I don't know. They drank a lot of beer. Okay, so those are those two projects. They're coming very, very nicely. And like I said, this one is the windows were not installed in the last update, so we have windows. Not downstairs at the shop yet. Doesn't look like, no. But upstairs, and they did the staircase and the roof. So they did quite a bit. Let's go check out the blacksmith, because that was the fourth project. And then we got some walking to do. I hope everybody's in the mood to walk some turkey dinner off, because it's now the day after Thanksgiving. So we're going to do some walking today. And I thought about getting the horse, but no, we're just going to walk. So wow, they've done quite a bit on this, actually. So the roof is completely done. He's got a little staircase here. That was complete in the last update. They put the door in. Wow, very nice. So this is his living quarters. Not sold on the beach, the birch floor. The beach. Looks like a beach. But, you know, blacksmiths. Is there money in that? Not sure. I guess so. They dealt with gold and iron and stuff like that. So then we got shutters on the windows. Very nice. Ready for some plants to give it some color. The roof is all complete, and the roof over his work area. They've installed the hearth, or the kiln. Would it be a kiln, maybe? And he's got his water bucket there, and anvils, and tools, and storage up here. Very nice. Look, he's building crap. He's got some stuff ready to go already. I mean, he's not even moved in, and he's got projects lined up, and he's got some raw materials there for some future stuff. So yeah, he's gonna be, and then his store is gonna be down here, and he's gonna have, you know, like display items of maybe some suits of armor. You know, he'll have like maybe a gold one here and an iron one here, you know, a cheap model over there. Yeah. Very cool. Coming along very nice. Oh, he's got some plans of some future projects over there too. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. So this one has a little bit to go. Little bit to go on this one. Maybe this will be done in the next update. Not sure. I don't know about those other two, because those other two, the small shop doesn't even have any flooring in it, and no second floor at all. So, and no furniture in either one. So, wow, they still have quite a bit to do. Interesting. Well, let's go for a walk. There is a shortcut through the barn, I believe, that kind of goes into the sewer system, and you can pop out closer to where we need to go, but I'm not 100% sure of the route, and I don't want to get lost down there, because it is, I mean, I designed it, and I get lost down there. There's just too much. There's a lot going on. You even get manhole covers here that go down to the sewer system. There's one there, and I think there's one at the end of this road. So basically, we have to go head on over to the new castle and then beyond. A couple of videos ago, I wasn't really complaining, but I mentioned that in the past, when I've built farms, I've built them pretty small. You know, the average the field of crops is, you know, you can do 20 by 20 and or 30 by 30, and usually that's what people do. Some even smaller, 10 by 20, you know. But that's like a backyard garden, to be honest with you. You know, you're not going to feed a village with a crop garden of, you know, 15 feet by 20 feet, you know, growing corn. So my goal was to build a little bit bigger farmland. So that's what we've done. And but now we need, so we have the farmland complete, and you know, crops are growing. We've got carrots growing, we've got potatoes growing, and just tons of wheat. Hey donkey. And we have a barn, and we have some livestock, and but now we need a farmhouse. So I threw together kind of a, you know, a little bit of a layout of what I wanted a farmhouse, because the farmers, you know, they fed the village, so they're going to have a pretty nice little place. But then I got to thinking that, you know, back in these times, the medieval times, you know, second to the crown, the church was the biggest landowner, and everybody in the village, all the peasants in the village, and the you know, just the regular people, they had to work the land that the church controlled for free. You know, it was kind of like their duty, you know, their tithe. So consequently, you know, the church was getting a lot of free labor, so they had some scratch to build some decent, you know, monasteries, and that's where the first universities were built, and that kind of thing. So I have recently, you know, 10 minutes before filming this, is I'm going to switch this up, and we're going to have a monastery out here. So it's going to be quite substantial, building wise. We're almost there. Lots of lag this morning. My goodness, something's running that's not supposed to be running, I believe. So here's the entrance to the farm. And as you can see, this is a farm. This is a real farm. This is a big farm. I mean, we got fields for days. I mean, we got fields for days. We got potatoes way over in the back 40 there. We got just tons and tons. And this is like phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be to knock down all these trees and to continue the farmland to the right. this is a pretty neat piece of property here. It goes, it's almost between two banks of the river. There's a river off to the right, and then beyond the farmland in that direction, there's a river before the harbor. So this is the building site. And I did this kind of a quick layout here, but this is going to be removed, and a bigger building is going to go up here, but it's going to be at a height of, it's going to have a commanding view over the entire property. So if you're up on the second floor balcony, you'll be able to see the grazing fields, and then the sheep shear lean-to kind of building over there, and then our barn. We might even need a bigger barn. We might even need a second barn somewhere. And then, of course, all your fields, and then the vineyard. If you can, you probably can't see any details from here, but there's red berry vineyard growing up that hill right there. And so it's going to give you a pretty good view of, and once the building is complete, I'm going to plant some trees and repopulate the tree, because all of this was trees before I cleared them all out to kind of get a layout of what I wanted. And we also need some kind of a grain mill. And usually those are near water, like a river. So a grain mill might be like on the banks of this river right here. So that's kind of like what I have envisioned for this place. But this is going to be more of a monastery situation, where the monks can, do their monk stuff, and then watch the people, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's what they, actually the actual meaning of the word bishop is overseer. So they're going to be overseeing what's going on in their property. So yeah, it'll be good. And it'll be a fortified thing. I might have to make this platform bigger, but I have some room. And then maybe a second barn somewhere. But that's some serious wheat production capability now. Clifford was watching my cat Clifford was watching a castle documentary a while ago, and in that documentary, I believe, and I might have remembered this incorrectly, but I believe it said that in medieval times it took 6 acres of grain, because the main source of their diet was bread. So it took 6 acres of wheat per person per year. I think I might have remembered that incorrectly though. So, when you're constructing your medieval village, don't use my numbers. I would actually like to figure out how many acres this is, because one block is 3 by 3 feet. So I'll have to break out a calculator and figure out. It's got to be, I don't know, 10? But we can come out a little bit more to here, and then I would like to eventually to have the main gate of the farm be in this area right here and have all of this to be farmland with the big monastery on the hill over there. But anyways, that's going to be an ongoing thing. I don't think I'll be doing any regular updates on that because that's going to be a project where, you know, I work on it just occasionally and eventually it'll get done. I've learned in Minecraft to have multiple projects going at the same time because sometimes you run out of ideas for one, or you just get bored working on the same, you know, when you have a massive fortress that you have to texture all the walls, and sometimes it gets a little tedious. You need a break. So having multiple projects going, you can go on, you know, on the other side of your world, your existence, and work on something else for a while. So, so we have some ruins here. Never showed you that. I don't know who lived here. They weren't liked. That's for sure. They even vandalized their transport device. Yeah, it's all messed up. Maybe he ticked this guy off, living in his backyard. And that's about it for this. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm kind of now just rambling. This is the horse exercise place, the equestrian little track we got. You can do some jumps. You got a one level jump there, and I think there's a two level jump down there. You can run them up and down, get some exercise. Pretty cool. Of course, there's a chicken in there. What's he doing? Jumping stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to do some building, see what I can get done for today, and hopefully we can wrap up some of these smaller projects and get on to bigger and better stuff. So everybody have a very good weekend, and I appreciate you taking a look. Bye.